Hey there, this is Jeff with www.missionmusician.com. And a few days ago, I posted a video called Adding Girth to Your Kick Drum. And for whatever reason, when it uploaded to YouTube, the audio got all goofy. So I'm having to reshoot the video, which I'm doing right now. And hopefully, I'll remember everything that I put in that video. So, why would you want to add girth to your kick drum? Well, if you're mixing modern rock or even dance and hip hop, the kick drum plays a predominant role, especially I guess in dance and hip hop and even modern rock. In modern rock, it plays a big role. So you want to have that meat, that bottom, that thickness and fullness of the kick drum, but you also want the clickiness of the kick drum as well, so you can hear it on smaller speakers. So let's say that you recorded a kick drum and it's lacking. It's not sounding as good as you want it to sound. And by no means am I showing you these tricks to advocate poor recording. You should always try to do your best and record your kick drum as best as possible. In other words, tune it, move the mic around a couple different spots and record it, and find the best spot for the sound that you're going after. That's usually the best way to record a kick drum. And you want to try to get the best possible sound you can out of your kick drum when you're recording it. We don't want to fix things in the mix. We just want to enhance them. So hopefully you have at least a decent sounding kick drum that you can enhance through one of these techniques. So what I want to do first is let me play you a little bit of this song. Let me come down here for a second. I muted a couple things here. And this kick drum feels pretty good to me. It may not be perfect, but it's really driving the song, which is what I was after. So let's listen really quick. See me, feel me breathe down, take my pain away, and I break me down. Right, so it's really driving the song, and it's kind of up front in the mix, which is the way I like to mix kick drums in modern rock. Let's see. So on its own, it doesn't sound like the best kick drum in the world ever, but it sounds decent. Let's listen. Okay, so it's okay. So if I wanted to enhance this a little bit, and actually I have in the mix, what I've done is the first trick I'm going to show you is creating a fake kick sub. So what I would do is I would duplicate the kick track. All right, so here's a duplicate of it, and then I would put an EQ on it. Let's just go with the 7-band and scoot this over here. And I will put a low-pass filter on it and roll that all the way back to 250 hertz or somewhere around there. And then I will put a high-pass on it and roll it up to maybe 29 or 30 because I don't want anything super low in there. And what you end up with is a sound like this. Right, so nothing to write home about, but when we blend it in, it definitely adds some girth to the kick. So let's blend that in. All right, so hopefully you're hearing that. Hopefully you're listening on a good set of headphones or your studio speakers. You're probably not going to hear it through the laptop because that is pretty much the low end. So that is one way to add girth to a kick drum, and I have done that in this mix. That's what this is up here. If I solo it, you can hear it. And if you look at the EQ, I've rolled off 30 on a high pass, and I've actually rolled this one all the way down to 100. And you can play around with that. So, for instance, if I took this EQ and rolled the low pass down to 100 or thereabouts, and then soloed it, right? So it gives it that low end, that bottom thickness. All right, so there's other ways of accomplishing this as well. So I'm just going to deal with this same duplicate of the kick drum, and I'm going to put an EQ on it. And another way to do that is to boost a narrow frequency down around 50 or 60. Let's listen and find out where the kick drum meat is here. Alright, so right there feels pretty good to me. Now, you'll notice that this boost, it's just too tubby and too woofy and too boomy. Right, so, but if we back it down, let's listen now. All right, so that's another way to do it. Now, if you do use this technique, make sure you use a narrow boost. We just want to grab that frequency and boost it up a little bit. We don't want to grab all the surrounding frequencies. We just want to boost the low-end meat right around anywhere in between 50 and 60, depending on where you like to have your kick drum at. All right, so that's another way of doing it. Now I want to show you another cool way to do it. Let me delete this. Yes. Okay, so what I have here is just an auxiliary track where I put a signal generator on. Actually, let me just go ahead and reset it up. How about that? So yeah, let me even get rid of this. So what I would do in Pro Tools is I would go to New, and I would make normally I would make a mono track, but this kick drum is in stereo because it is a sample. So let's create a stereo. Oops, not an audio track. Sorry. Going to create an auxiliary input, and I'm going to name it kick oomph. And I'm going to mute this for a second, and I'm going to go and get a signal generator, and your DAW certainly should have this. And I'm going to type in 50 hertz. Okay, now if I was to unmute this and turn the volume up, right, it's just an annoying low rumble. But we're going to put a gate on after it and use the trigger, a side chain on the gate, and have the kick drum trigger the side chain to make the gate open only when the kick hits, and it sounds way more complicated than it actually is. So let me put a gate on here. If I can remember how to do this, it's been a while. Let's see, dynamics and gate, and let me turn this up for now. So, all right. And let's see. Okay, so I'm going to set the side chain to a bus. And this is only let me choose a mono bus. Let's set to 37 and see if I can select 37 here. Yeah, all right. And I'm going to send it full volume. And then I'm going to turn on the side chain right here. So now this kick is sending a copy to bus 37, which the input on here should be, let's see, the input on the compressor is bus 37. Hang on just a second. All right, sorry. Just had to make sure I was doing that right. And I am. So this bus is sending to this compressor, which is going to open when the kick hits once we set the, I'm sorry, did I say compressor? Yeah, I meant gate. So when we set the threshold, it's going to open. And let me show you what I mean here. Let's dial in this threshold really quick. All right, now I'm going to solo this. Hear that? So if I bypass the gate, you'll just hear a low rumble. Okay, so let's listen to, I'm going to blend this in. Start out all the way volume down, and then we'll blend it in. All right, so that's another way, and I actually really like doing this, sending it to a gate and a signal generator, because I can blend it up and get it exactly where I want it. I also use this on floor toms sometimes when you know, the low floor tom sounds really kind of thin. I'll use this technique to add some low end to the floor tom. So there you have it. There's 3 techniques to adding oomph to your kick drum. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you like these type of videos, and I'll make some more. And also, I have a free bundle over at www.missionmusician.com that you can get just by going there and clicking free bundle, and it's 2 ebooks and 3 tutorial series. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.